I'm sorry. This is a video that has to do with something that happened to me at work. It's something I can talk about, okay? I work as a secretary, so I have to give phone calls and return them and so on and so forth. And the topic of robotics came around, and it's just in a very fascinating way. And I would like to talk about it, because why not? So yeah, let's get into it, shall we? So why the topic of robotics came around? The thing is, a phone call was lost from a lawyer that was calling another lawyer, and I had to give him a call back to see what can I do to help you. And I called back, and in the office, a very sweet lady answered the phone, and she asked to the other lawyer, "Hey, have you called this so and so?" And he said yes. And she said to me, "Madam, are you a robot? Are you there? Are you there? Are you a robot or are you a person?" And I was like, "Yes, I'm a person. That's exactly why I lost the phone call. I really needed that coffee break." She busted out laughing, but the thing is, it surprised me that the fact that she thought I was a robot. I mean, I have already spoken to her, made questions, replied back, and the thing that she thought that I might be a robot made me realize how good robots are becoming to mimic humans. And I'm just like, damn, that's fascinating and scary at the same time. It's just like, what do you need? What do you mean you can't tell from human voices and robotic voices anymore? I mean, yeah, I didn't get your call because I was in my coffee break. I needed that coffee break. I needed it so bad. My brain was no longer functioning. So, what do you mean you don't know that I'm a human? I know it was a brief thing, it was a brief conversation, then I passed on the phone call, and she had a massive laugh out of it. Yes, I'm a human, that's exactly why I needed that coffee break. I was in need of that coffee break, madam. She laughed, but it's kind of a serious thing, the fact that we can't tell apart on the phone humans from robots. It's both fascinating and scary. The future, it's now. I don't know if I want to be in this now, nor if I want to be in the future. Can you? I don't. I mean, not only that. Can you imagine how many jobs are being lost to robots? How many people are just not being able to find a job thanks to a robot right now? But not only that is how we're just having it so naturally, so nonchalant, so. Oh yeah, madam, are you a robot or a person? Such a casual question to say the least. Is that a question we should have so casually in our emotions? Is that a question we should have in our mind? It's just mind-boggling and puzzling and scary, and I don't know how to feel about that. I don't know if to feel flattered or to feel, concerned, you know. Flattered because that would mean that my accent is good enough to pass as a robotic accent, which is, I don't know, for a Spanish speaker, that's a good thing, I guess. That's a good thing. But at the same time, I'm like, what do you mean? And it's not the first time. It has happened to me. Many people, as soon as I answer, "Hey, this is so and so law firm, what can I help you with?" They ask me, "Are you a person?" And I'm like, "Yes." Or I don't know, I get more humorous and I'm like, "I don't know, that depends entirely what you define a person." although Americans don't have the same sense of humor I do, so I tread thin with jokes. I try not to make jokes because I know Americans are pretty sensitive, or at least they seem to be at times. So this whole casually asking you whether you're a robot or not, it's kind of worrisome in a point, and it's kind of wow. Have we how have we gotten here? It's just so funky because it's not something. It's something that you just suddenly just rains upon you the realization that we have that question in our minds right now when we're talking to someone on the phone, and it's just like, yeah, that the future has gotten here way too fast, way too fast, and I don't know what to think. What do you think? I think we're handling pretty well, despite the implications, the multitude of implications. It's just, I don't know what to think. I just, it's kind of a Black Mirror question to make. Are you a human, or are you here, or are you a robot? It's such a Black Mirror question to be making so casually. It's just like scary, and I just, I don't know. It's it's scary sometimes. It also made me realize on how fast we go from abnormal to normal, and just how we casually naturalize abnormality in our lives and change. And it's so fascinating how quick things are always changing, and it makes me feel really old. I get it, I'm 30, but it's making me feel older than I am. And it's just, how do we got here so fast? How do we got to such question so nonchalantly asked so quickly? I don't know. Maybe I'm from a different culture, and it's still normal to speak to people on the other side of the phone. But Americans have that question very much on the top of their lips. It's, they're always asking you if you're a human or a robot. That's that's something funky. I don't know. I don't know what to think about that. It's just weird and fascinating and weird. So yeah, tell me what you think about that. What do you think about the day of robotics, the robotics of today, and how have we come here so quickly, so fast, and so out of the blue to us? I don't know. Change happens so slowly but so quickly at the same time. In the past 4 years, especially, everything was so quick and so slow at the same time. It's so weird. So, yeah, let me know what you think about it. And until next time, bye bye. Stay healthy, people. You don't want to get replaced by robots.